Hey, what's up, guys? How are y'all? Welcome back to another episode of the Option Select Podcast. This is episode 61. I'm Rick Pena, and with me, as always, my long distance partner in crime, Ruben Salazar. What's up, Ruben?
Up, my guy.
Mr. 33% Native American,
Yeah,
Ruben
dude.
Salazar.
33%, dude.
We got all your 20. Well, we'll leave that. That's your business. We'll leave that out there.
No,
That
that's
doesn't
all
matter.
good. Yeah, we can talk about it.
I'm over here putting your ancestry on blast and shit.
All good, bro. I'm looking for my tax break with all that Native
There,
American.
there you go. You get tax break. You're 116 Cherokee. Hey, what's up,
Dude.
guys? How are y'all? Welcome back to another episode. This is a show where me and Ruben and sometimes our other friends, we get together. We talk about video games. We talk about what's going on. We talk about just whatever crosses our mind, and we like to share that with you guys. We put it on the internet so that way you guys could check us out whenever. We have the podcast, we have shows, we have put on YouTube's, all that good stuff. If you are a returning listener, we want to say thank you for coming back out to hang out with us on the weekend. We really appreciate it. And if you are a new listener, it's check us out. It's like hanging out with your boys. All we do is just shoot shit and talk about everything. So we start every episode with how was your week, Ruben?
Um, Looking at it, bro. Been sitting in front of my computer all week. No, no work or anything like that. I have to go in for my second COVID test on the 14th. So
Tuesday.
it's Tuesday, yeah. So I got to go in on Tuesday. Unfortunately, like my HR person had like a stroke or something like that, like brain surgery. So I haven't heard from my HR at all. So I'll be calling them Monday to figure out what's going on, see if they're gonna set me up for another appointment or whatever. Then been playing a lot of Horizon Zero Dawn this week. And I signed up for the little Xbox Game Pass, so I downloaded like Gris and like Children of Morta and Lake's Tale and a bunch of games that I wanted to play that I haven't
A whole
played
bunch
yet.
of good stuff.
Yeah, like Gears 1 on PC because I haven't played that one in for 4 and 5 because I haven't played through those. Tactical. Downloaded a bunch of stuff, but I'm trying to finish Horizon before Ghost of Tsushima comes out. This
Oh,
the only thing I'm looking.
oof.
I didn't do anything really this week besides game. Yesterday I got a little drunk on the stream thanks to Copeland. So
That was
good
fun.
time.
That was a fun stream.
Yeah, I had a good time. I had a good time. So everything's been chill, man. How about you? How was your week?
I'm trying to make the best out of it. Recovering from the COVID, but now my latest obstacle is the day I was supposed to return, or the day before that, uh, on the website to come back to work, you have to have a negative test result to get back in. Before that, it was, as long as you went like 3 days without any symptoms and you were feeling fine, you were able to return. But now you got to have a negative test results, and I have yet to receive my original test results. So I was still waiting for that. My poor wife, she had to wait on the phone for 2 hours just to get the we're still processing your test results.
Right.
So we went again yesterday, a lot faster this time, but still we had to wait for like an hour and a half in the line. And so now I'm going to have to wait for that. And it's just juggling everything. And I'm trying not to get bummed out about it because, got to get back to work, but you need these test results, but you got to wait for this. But everybody in the greater Houston area is taking the test also. So it's delaying everything. So I'm just trying to, like, I got to be like, Papa, you got to take a step back and smell the flowers. So I'm just trying to get over this and just get things back to normal because that's where I want to be. I mean, yes, I enjoyed, getting my health back and recovering and having some times off, but I gotta stay moving. I gotta stay active because if not, my mind just runs with me. So
Yeah.
yeah. So as for gaming, you suggested the Xbox Game Pass, and I picked that up. For, like the first month is for $1. So for $1, why not? So I have a whole bunch of games. Like I was pleasantly surprised of the amount of games you could get on there, and I also think it's a good deal, especially if you don't want to commit to just $60 games or $50 games. I mean, literally for $1, you get a nice list to experiment. Even if it's games that you usually don't play, I would say try it out, and maybe you might find another genre that you might really like. So I've been playing a lot of that, or bits of that here and there, and it turns out I was talking to my friend Ian. He was on my stream earlier this week, and he said on Persona 5, once you get to a certain date, Atlas says you can't stream it anymore unless you put disclaimers and put like the watermarks logos of their game of their company. I'm like, okay, well, I don't want to stream it. I don't want to go do. I'm like, I'm a small channel, but I'm sure nothing's gonna happen. But still, I don't want to deal with that. So I started playing God of War, and
Yeah.
like I it's like getting on a bike. It's like what L1 R1, R2 command like when I first picked it up, like I had Atreus just shooting arrows everywhere. I'm like, oh shit, wait, circles to interact, not square. You know how different games have it like that, different buttons. So I've been playing some of that, which is really fun. And oh my god, dude, when I'm playing it, I swear to God, dude, my PlayStation sounds like a jet engine about to take off. That's just, I
Oh,
mean,
you
I
have
have a
one that's not a pro, right?
base PS4, dude. Like I got it like in 2013, like right before Destiny Destiny 1 was released. So I mean that's an old console. But yeah, pretty much my whole week. Last night I just hung out with Mikkel, relaxing. We got a lot of time to do that, which is really good. I love spending time with her, just hanging out and hanging out with you guys, watching your stream. I had a blast, dude. I generally had a blast just watching your stream. And
Yo, Oakland donated like $100 to me.
yeah, he gifted like 10 subs and then donated and tips and everything. And
Got me messed up. It's all good though.
yeah, you're all leaning forward. You're like, I got a message like, I'm laying down now. I'm like, oh.
And
And
down.
then and Copa's like,
Room
did he
spinning.
AFK? Yeah, did he AFK out? I'm like, no, I think he's done.
The room was spinning, bro.
The room was spinning. So yeah, that was pretty much it on my week. But it was like I said, I can't complain. I know there's people out there in a lot worse situations that I'm in. So I can't. I just gotta stay positive and keep going. So
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
But
And like I say, if you guys check out my stream, I got my lovely wife in the background. She's working. She's a streamer now.
oh yeah, that's right. She
Yeah,
has been streaming.
she's working on her layouts, her banners, her she's gonna start doing some unboxing videos when some of her equipment shows up. So she's ready.
Nice.
Yeah. So all good, all good, all good.
Yeah, man, that's what's up. Yeah, this week, like I said, it was just pretty
Yeah,
staying home playing video games. Not I haven't. I don't think I've
really.
out of shit. 100 and I think I got in the car a second ago. 5.
It's warm out there, dude. It really is. Yeah.
Trying to stay inside as much as I feel like whenever if I do go back to work, probably not next week, after. Starting Monday, I'm back to my work. I haven't worked out. I haven't really gained any weight because I haven't really. I mean, I've been, but so I had to get back, gotta get over that.
Yeah, yeah, it's another thing too. I started getting back into the routine of exercising again. I did some of the on it kettlebell workout, the basic ones, and that just doing figure eights. The next day, my quads were just burning. I was like, oh, after taking a week and a half off and coming back to it, it's like, oh my. So yeah, it's just trying to get my body used to it. And I actually got a call from one of my coworkers. He's like, hey Rick, start make sure you acclimate acclimate acclimate. Well, get your body ready to the heat because it's getting warm out there. It's like, yeah, that's a good idea. Maybe go out there, walk the dog some more or something.
Right.
That way, just be prepared.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, that's the
what do we
best thing to
got?
do. You
What do we got, my dude?
you start off with the first one for me. I gotta check something out real quick.
Sure, sure, sure. So the first thing we got, there we go. I was about to do the Barrett victory theme from Final Fantasy 7 thing stuck in my head. First thing we got on notes, we have Killing Floor, Lifeless Planet, and The Escapist 2 is free on Epic. I'm guessing that's part of their monthly the monthly deals to get the free games.
Yeah.
Have you played any of these games before?
It's like their weekly stuff.
Oh, it's weekly. I thought it was
Yeah. So
monthly.
they like every week they put out new games.
Hmm. Have you played any of these before?
Um, Killing Floor is pretty dope. It's kind of um, like Left 4 Dead or whatever. Like it's a horde. Like you're fighting a bunch of hordes that come after you.
Hmm.
Um, the Escapist I've never played, and the other one, Lifeless Planet, I've never played. But some of the ones that you get for free, like Grand Theft Auto or Just Cause 4 or something like that, like some of them are pretty good. So just hey man, free games is free games.
Free games is free games. Yeah.
I'm not mad at that.
Is it? Oh, how good is like the Epic launcher? Isn't that one of those games where like, or one of those launchers where it constantly just keeps popping up, like you're playing a game and then hey, log back in, or hey, log back
Oh
in.
no, they don't
No,
have any issues like that. No, I don't think
I
I've
was
had a launcher that's been
I
like that.
I was watching a stream since I had some time off. I was watching a stream of what Idom. He's a Street Fighter 5 player from the New York scene,
Hmm.
and he was playing online matches on his PC, and then suddenly the Ubisoft launcher would just boop, hey, want to log back in? He's like, no, like boop. It'll like he's in the middle of a match and it just keeps popping up. I'm like, oh my god, that has to be so annoying to deal with shit like that.
Oh yeah, for sure. But I've never had any issues with the Ubisoft launcher either. I have that one
maybe
as well.
maybe his settings were off or something where it allowed it to come back or something. Who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I was watching
But
his stream and I was like, he's a lower player, so he's trying to do these these combos and everything, and next thing you know, just boop, like, oh, that
oh,
sucks.
I would have already like deleted that program from my freaking computer.
And Street Fighter 5.
And Street Fighter 5. Is that even a thing?
I borrowed your copy. Well, not your copy, but since we share our Steam library,
Oh
I
yeah, yeah.
downloaded it just to try it out, try out my sticks. I'm like, but it's the base bare bone models. Like, oh man, like
Yeah, I didn't
it's like
spend any extra money on that. 60
I
bucks was enough.
can't, like I think if I could go back again, I would like re-get it for the PC because just the load time itself is a lot better. And I was watching another streamer, a commentator for Street Fighter 5, Sajam, and he was talking about, yeah, we here in the West, we know that the PC version of Street Fighter 5 is better, but we still play on PlayStation 4. I'm like,
For some reason. I don't
for
know why
some
they're doing
reason,
that.
yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, man, yeah, PC is just it really just outshines the PS4 when it comes to, you know, it just does. It just
No, I
does.
mean
And
just
the load
it's
times and
all I mean,
everything.
even when PS5 comes out, that's still gonna be the case.
Yeah. So I was like, wow, wow. This next one, Mortal Shell, I have seen well, like I said, I've had a lot of downtime, so I'll be able to watch people streaming this. But Mortal Shell, I've seen a lot of people playing it. Your
Right.
thoughts?
I haven't seen anything on it at all. All I just saw was that it's an open beta and it's a Dark Souls, Souls like game or whatever. So I know people would be excited about that. And they have I guess one of like the vendors or something like that has like a cat or something, and like the internet was going nuts that you could like pet the cat with like a giant armored hand and stuff.
Yeah, I think there's a Twitter or a website or something like that. It's called "Can I Pet the Dog?" and it goes through every game. If it sees a dog, can I pet that dog?
Oh my
And then like,
god, really?
yeah, yeah. So and they saw the cat. They're like, can we pet this cat? And sure enough, you can pet the cat.
Oh
So
my
I thought that was
goodness.
funny. Yeah, they go through every game that has an animal in there, like a dog, and they say, "Can we pet this dog?" But yeah, as for Mortal Shell, so I was watching the streams, and sure enough, this feels like one for one. Okay, not maybe not one for well, okay, it almost does feel like a one for one as Dark Souls. Like especially like the loading screen,
Hmm.
it has the same layout, that kind of like it looks kind of like a leather bound book, with the text and everything. I mean, even the loading screen looks very similar to Bandai Namco's Dark Souls 3. So I'm thinking inspired by or ripped off?
What do you think? Well, like just watching it, what do you think?
It looks very. I'm sure it has some mechanics. I mean, I think one of the mechanics I saw from it is where you're literally you look like a skinned human. Like you have these stone muscles. Like muscle tissues, and you're literally getting into the shells of whatever a knight or a dual an axe wielding uh I don't know, but different types of warriors. Like you actually get into the shells of what you're playing as, the
Oh,
classes.
badass.
Yeah. So I mean, it looks and it did look good. being played on PC. I wanted to play Dark Souls 3 again on PC, but I think you told me that there's not much of an upgrade
Not
when you
really.
get.
I mean,
No, it's still.
you can set the settings to like 60 FPS and all that stuff, but I think at stock it was running at like 30 FPS or something like that. It wasn't
What's
like
that?
it wasn't optimized for PC. It was just basically like a port.
Yeah, yeah. So I mean, I'll try this out later. Right now I have enough to do. So, uh, Mortal Shell is definitely on the back burner.
But it is an open beta right now, so you can
Yeah,
actually just test it out if you want. And it is one of those games that is coming out on Epic Games first, and then Steam later on next year. So it'll be Q3 2020 on Epic, PS4 and Xbox One, and then 2021 for Steam.
really.
Yeah, so it's one of those types of games.
Oh, well, yeah. I'll be all right. I'll be all
Yeah,
right. I can
I
wait.
mean, I got other stuff to play.
Yeah, I have a lot of stuff to
I don't need
play.
to get frustrated at another Dark Souls game,
Yeah, I could still go back to Bloodborne if I have to.
which you still haven't beaten yet, right?
I don't think I can. I
I
don't think
don't,
I will.
I don't think I can.
No, I mean, I think that game will punish the shit out of you. Like, fuck, I'm gonna play Persona or something. I just have a good time and smile instead of hate myself.
Yeah, I think what's his name? Neil Druckmann had put out a tweet. He goes, "Give me a thumbs up if you have already beaten Last of Us 2, and then are you working on New Game Plus or whatever?" So I hit the thumbs up, but then I was like, "There's no way you can play this game immediately after playing the game and feel good about yourself. Like the game is depressing. It is so like emotionally draining. It's like you can't play this game twice in a row. What the hell's the matter with you?"
Yeah, I remember when I watched the end of your stream. I'm like, oh wow, this is okay. Yeah, like even just watching you play, I'm like,
It's
oh
dark. It's
yeah,
dark.
it's like I'm not happy with this.
But on the lighter side of things, this week on Tuesday we got Halo 3 coming out on PC. Since you have the Xbox Game Pass, you can play Halo. Me and you could play Halo co-op if we wanted to. Just go into it and play some good old fashioned Halo 3 coming out
Is
on the
Halo 3 the
PC.
good one?
Halo 2 was the best one. That one's
That's the
already
best
out.
one.
But
Okay.
Halo 3 is coming out next on the 14th. Halo 3 was pretty good. That was the first one that came out on 360, I think.
Is
That
that
was the
the
first.
one where you had the feature where you're like shitty graphics, good graphics, shitty
Oh no,
graphics,
those
good graphics
that's Halo 1 and
collection?
2.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you turn it on like, okay, this is how it looks like when on 360. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, that's
Yeah, I'm gonna.
rough.
See, I don't know what the. I didn't play the beta for this one at all, so I'm gonna check it out whenever that one. I gotta beat it, so I'm going
Mhm.
through all the Halos on PC because why not? I mean, it was what 6 games for $30 or whatever it was. See, I actually bought the full thing before I had the Xbox Game Pass, so
Really?
I'll be playing it on Steam, which uses my Xbox Live ID and all that other stuff. Speaking of which, on my Xbox Live gamer tag, I changed it to OS Onslaught or whatever. It won't yet let me use the underscore, but
Yeah, so I just smashed them together.
it also gave me a hashtag and then a number, and I can't take that away for some reason. So I'm gonna have to figure that out on my Xbox gamer tag. I don't like the hashtag number stuff. I like even when you use it in like BattleNet or Activision or whatever, like you have the hashtag number, but it still is like OS underscore onslaught, and then like or on like Discord, it'll say the hashtag number, and that's the only time you need the
Yeah.
hashtag number is when you need a friend request from somebody. But like other than that, your display name is just your name. But this one includes the hashtag number, and it just
So
I
there
don't
was
like it's like 4492, and I'm like the hell
like
like
a random number.
yeah, it's so
It's
random.
totally irrelevant to you. Yeah, um, it's like OS Onslaught was already taken already. So like they suggested something else.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but it happened whenever I had purchased the Master Chief collection, so I'm gonna have to figure that out. But yeah, Halo
Uniform
3's
everything.
yeah, uniform the shit out of it. Halo 3 is coming out on Tuesday. I'm excited, and speaking of like old games that are getting a re-release, Kingdoms of Amalur: The Re-Reckoning got an announcement for the Re-Reckoning. It was called Kingdoms of Amalur
The
Reckoning,
Reckoning or something. Yeah.
and that's coming out on September 8th, and it's gonna have a new expansion coming out next year, which is weird because it's like an old like 360
It
game
is.
that they are
It is.
remaking, and then they're adding a new expansion to it, which I thought was really good. And all the artwork and stuff like that was like Todd McFarlane, and I forget what the name of the like the actual game company was, that the developer that made it. But the game was really really good. It played like an open world like RPG type game, but it also had like the skill tree and pathing of like an old school Titan Quest or Diablo 2. But you could like choose, mage or warrior or rogue or whatever.
Assassin or something like that. Yeah.
And then you could like build your tree out how you wanted to build it. So I'm really really excited for that one. I don't know if you've ever played the original or not.
I
Um,
have. Yeah, I talked about it briefly on a couple episodes ago, but I think it was Pete Schilling, the guy, baseball player, former baseball player. He was big into video games, and he invested a lot, and the game flopped. And I think his game plan was, or his road plan was, uh, that it was going to be a video game, and then it was going to open up to be an MMO and just be huge. But it just never caught on. So, and I did play it before when it was on 360. So I want to try it out again. So it
yeah, I
is
want to
coming
see
out
what
on
they.
what? On Game
Um,
Pass?
I don't know if it's coming out on Game Pass or not, but um, I think it was no, that's an EA game.
It's
So
an EA game.
yeah, EA, THQ Nordic, that type of thing.
Yeah. Oh, that's
So
right. They did buy it, and yeah, and it was sometime last year, maybe this time last year, where I think THQ bought they bought the rights to that game. That's right, because it was like dirt cheap or something. So they bought it. So they must have revitalized it. So yeah, you're right. You're right. You're
that
right.
is 3-8 Studios, big huge games or the developers. But yeah, now it's owned by THQ Nordic or something like that. So
Yeah, they
the
bought it.
Re-Reckoning is coming out on Steam. Hold on, I gotta change my birthday here because apparently
Doesn't remember it.
it doesn't remember.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's got a Steam page. It says September 8th, and I mean the graphics don't really look that changed if I'm looking through.
They probably just cleaned them up a little bit, got them modernized and stuff like that.
Yeah, they did.
So
They did. Looks like they did upgrade a little bit here and there, like the shadows and stuff like that. Maybe the
mhm.
textures, but nothing like super crazy. So I mean, I bought the game for like $5, I think, on EA. So if it's any more than that, I know the re-reckoning with the expansion and all that. So let's say $30, but anything more than $30, I don't know.
Eh,
Like, I'm
eh.
not just. I mean, I still have my copy on PC, so I can just.
Like, do you want to pay $30 for an old game that got a facelift? Like,
I mean, we paid 60 for Final Fantasy Remake.
hey, they have N64 doors. That should be your emo, dude. That really should be your next emo. Just a little
Just
shitty door.
shit polygon door, or
Yeah.
Cloud standing in front of a mirror without a reflection. He's a
Oh,
vampire,
God.
bro.
Or the NPCs just having really lackluster facial expressions.
So we got we got a Ubisoft press conference coming up tomorrow, apparently,
Yeah.
and I think they're gonna show off Far Cry 6, which got leaked by accident through the PlayStation Store in like China, I think.
Yeah, it's always some foreign, like it's like French Amazon or Canadian Walmart, where somebody like puts a poster or cover art out, or the price out before it's supposed to be released. And yeah, and like I can feel for these developers where they got this big project under wraps, and then all of a sudden some numbnuts across the sea is, shit, they
Yeah.
uploaded by mistake.
But yeah, so they showed off like a box art, and it had Giancarlo Esposito from Breaking Bad as
Uh,
like it looks like the antagonist.
and
Um,
also in Star Wars, The Mandalorian.
yes, he was also in
Yeah,
Star Wars,
like
but
he's
he's
he's that
more known for Breaking Bad
definitely. Yeah, I mean, you see this guy everywhere. Like you're like, and he I think he's kind of typecasted as a villain,
as a villain. Yeah.
because I mean he looks mean as shit.
Wow, that's
What? That's what.
nothing. Just 'cause- nah, he does look like the villain, and I'm glad that he is playing another villain. The last Far Cry game that I did play was four. No, Far Cry 3 was the last one I played, and I really enjoyed that one a lot. I dabbled in them, 4 and 5, and like their expansions and stuff, but they didn't really grab me like 3 did. So I just kind of stayed away from them for a little while. So I might
Which one was
return.
three?
3 was the one where you were on like a tropical island, and it had that. Oh man, what was that guy's name?
The guy had like that pink coat with a captain's hat.
No, that was 4.
Oh,
That's the one I didn't like. What was his name? Far or what
oh,
was
like
the what was that guy's name?
the guy with like real short hair. He's kind of like hunched over,
He had like a
looking up at you.
shaved head and a
Yeah,
mohawk, but
yeah.
I can't remember that guy's name. What he was
Ah,
playing. It was Mando. Michael Mando was the voice for Vas. That was his name, Vas
hmm.
Montenegro.
And I know the 5. I think that one took place like, I think you're like dealing with
In
the cultists.
America. Yeah.
Yeah, you're dealing with the cultists out there in Wyoming and stuff. And I heard the twist is pretty like, oh,
I
like oh
wanted
wow,
to
I didn't
play
see that
that
coming.
one, but I just never gave it like the full on shot that it needed.
And Far Cry's are what? Just big open world first person shooter games?
Yeah. Their original that was where like the Cry engine came from and stuff like that, which is why it's called Far Cry. I have all of them up to Blood Dragon, which was Far Cry 3's expansion, which was really really good.
Like a
It was
VHS kind of? It has
yeah,
like 80 theme?
it was like Tron style. And so I have all I have 1, 2, 3, and the other one. I just didn't get 4 Primal or 5, but so I missed out on 3 games. Like I'm fine. Like I didn't need to buy a new one every year, and it was one of those ones where they put out a new one and then. But it was weird. It was like they would put out a new game and then expansion the next year, and then a new game and an expansion. And there was
That's not a
like
bad formula.
no, and then there was like a multiplayer aspect to it. I think in 4, but it wasn't really like my type of thing that I wanted to do. And it was basically the same thing. It's like you do missions in an open world, and what was that game that we talked about that got hated on because it was an
Last of
open
Us
world?
2?
No, it was like it was a while back. It was like it was Days Gone. People hated on Days Gone because it just followed like a singular formula of like open world, and you go here and you do a mission and then you conquer a
Yeah,
base.
yeah, you had like I was joking about you with it. It had all the safety nets. It had dialogue boxes, factions,
Right,
uh, like RPG elements with an overworld. Like I mean, like it's a good game, but the thing is, there's nothing that really like separates it from another good game. It has all the things that every player likes. It has
right,
those.
right. So
Yeah,
that was Far Cry for me. I was just like, I don't need to do it again.
yeah.
I'm good. But also I think Watch Dogs 2 is supposed to be free tomorrow on Ubisoft's service Uplay. So if you have that, go ahead and grab Watch Dogs 2 because it's a good game. That one didn't do so as good because people didn't really like the first one, and then like the second one went like under the radar. So it was a
Really?
very good game that just didn't get played enough.
Because right now, I don't know how long it's been going on, but Gamer Summer Game Fest is going on. So it's kind of like you're getting all these companies are having their direct you know their directs and just announcing games and stuff like that, which I thought that happened earlier this couple of months ago, or like what was it, maybe a month ago. I thought that happened already, where it was like supposed to be like the E3 announcements and stuff like that, but apparently
Oh,
it's
the
going on
E3
now.
should have happened this weekend. E3 would have been
Well,
this weekend or last weekend,
I think it was.
or
I
no,
think it
last
was.
month, June.
I think it was last month when we were on vacation. That's when they were supposed to be having the E3
Vacation,
vacation.
COVIDation.
Oh God, yeah. I don't even want to think about it. But yeah, I think right now, yeah, Game Fest is going on, and I mean, if you follow them on Twitch, I think every day they're having something going on for all these different developers from Ubisoft, Devolver Digital. So yeah, they're all out
Microsoft's
there.
got one in on the 23rd. So
20,
that one,
Jesus.
yeah, Microsoft's got one coming up on the 23rd. They're going to show off the new Halo. They're going to show off a bunch of their first party stuff and actually like gameplay that they didn't show off in
The
their last one.
last month with
Well,
actual game footage.
actual in-game footage.
Yeah, I think that's
So
what they had. That's when they showed Valhalla and what else? But yeah, a whole bunch of stuff was just
you mean they showed
actual game footage.
cinematics?
Yeah, I was like, oh come on, guys. Yeah, that was a flop.
But yeah, so they're gonna do this one on the 23rd. You can watch live and stuff. So I'm excited to see what they got in store for Halo. I hope that it will multi-release on PC and their console. I think that if they go that route, they could potentially be like one of the biggest like platforms. Like I would use the Xbox Game Store. Like if the Xbox Game Store with the Xbox Game Pass and like I could buy games on there, like I would definitely use that. Like I would use that in Steam or whatever. Like I would still use it. But like I trust Microsoft more than I trust Epic. But I would use their service because I think it's very it's neat and clean, and I can message people on their Xboxes, like my old friends that I haven't seen in a while. Things like that. I think Fallout 76 just got added to the list. So if you've never played Fallout 76, which nobody should have, um,
Unless you pay for it.
yeah,
Monthly subscription.
it's got like a 1 star rating on there right now. People are just fucking review bombing the shit out of it on the Xbox Game Pass. I'm gonna download it and try it out just because I never played it, and it's a Fallout game. You know, why
Why
not?
not? Why
It's
not?
free
It's
for
free.
me, so for $1 anyway.
Yeah. So
Um,
you think that's what Xbox wants? They just want you in the ecosystem. Maybe not buy the console, but hey, we got you. We got Game Pass. Like, come on, hang out with us.
yeah,
And I
but
think
if you
from there,
have
that's like once you're in there, you're like, well, I got a Game Pass. I get it on my PC.
But if
You
you have
get a
Game Pass, you're also if you also get access to free games on the Xbox. So right now we are paying $5 a month or $1 for the first month and $5 after that. But we're only getting half of the stuff, or not even half, but like a quarter of the stuff that we could be getting. So we could be playing all the stuff on Xbox and playing all the stuff on PC. And
like
then
once
they
you get the
do have
Xbox Gold, right?
no, that's the Xbox Game Pass is for PC and console. It's just that they only have set games for PC and set games for console. So like in order to get like the full aspect of your money, then yeah, you would pay the $5 a month, but you get access to the console stuff and the PC stuff, which is nice.
But
So
that's that is though the Xbox Gold. That's the part. That's the PlayStation Network for Microsoft. Is where you start getting their monthly free games like PlayStation Network.
separate. That is separate. That's
Separate.
the $15
Oh,
a month one.
I thought, oh, but you can roll them together though, right? Xbox Game Pass and your Xbox Gold.
It's a $15 a month one.
Yeah. Okay.
So other than that, if you just have the Game Pass, you still get a bunch of shit on Xbox, and then you also get stuff on PC. But like to get everything that you're paying for, you would have to have both consoles. So yeah, they do want you in their ecosystem for sure.
Yeah.
And
I
I
think
mean,
it's
shit,
worth it.
they've already told developers that they're not going to be hey, it's like you can't charge for next gen upgrades. They're like none of that. And next gen develop, I mean, the developers are just like what?
Well, that runs tandem with what PlayStation. They told developers any game developed after I think June, it has to be ready for the PlayStation 5 also. So I'm guessing Sony and PlayStation and Microsoft is getting the developers ready. Like, hey, we want things to roll out on get ready for the PS5
Right.
or the next gen stuff.
Yeah, I mean, they need to be ready, dude,
You
because
have to.
I mean, it's coming soon. And then I think Sony's supposed to have another press conference pretty soon to show off, um, like the release date and like the pricing and all that stuff. And hopefully Xbox does that this next week on the 23rd. I mean, we're cutting it real close to holiday time,
Yeah, I mean, we're
and
already in the seventh month.
you still can't even put in a pre-order or anything like that on these consoles. So they need to step it up a little bit. It feels like it's all kind of rushed, or they're just kind of like playing chicken with each other, seeing who's gonna do something first. And
Yeah.
I don't know. I think they just need to like show out and be like, look, this is our console. This is what you're gonna pay for, and here's all this shit that you're gonna get. You know the games that are gonna be released at launch and all that stuff. Because I mean that should have been done last month at E3, but it still hasn't been done.
Yeah,
Yet.
when the Xbox One was coming out back in 2013,
Hmm.
I was looking at it and I was like, the only game that I saw was like Rise. I'm like, the fuck? Like Rise of Rome or something like that. I'm like,
Mm,
that's the thing they got? That like I don't know. No, I think that's why I didn't get an Xbox. I
next
saw that.
gen.
Yeah, I was
Next gen.
like, what? So I hope that this gen they do a lot more better. Where they actually have a game where like, oh, okay, Well, now that I have Game Pass, it sounds more of incentive to get an Xbox, at least for my standards. Because when I saw the other one, like the first lineup they had, I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
hmm,
I hope
nah, I
Ratchet
don't
and
think
Clank is a launch title on PS5. I hope that that's a launch title because I'm not
it.
just gonna play Grand Theft Auto 5.
Horizon Zero Dawn,
It's not a
Forbidden
launch
West.
title. Not a
You
launch
don't think
title.
so?
Next year, they've already said that.
Did they?
Mm-hmm. It's coming
I
out
don't remember.
2021, and they didn't say when.
Shit.
And if it's
Well,
anything like that's been happening in gaming lately, I mean, it'll probably be fucking quarter 4. Everything that's AAA that was supposed to come out got pushed back and pushed back and pushed back, and I
well,
mean,
even this year, everything got pushed
that's what I'm
back, pushed
saying.
back. I mean, we're still waiting for Cyberpunk. I think that's everybody. Well, for definitely the options like podcast, you know,
That's the
game
one I'm
up
looking
that we're
forward to.
waiting for
I'm waiting for Ghost. Fuck all that bullshit. Ghost comes out next Friday. It already
next
went
week.
gold. I don't care. Like everything else doesn't matter after that.
Next week, yeah.
Um, but as part of that Xbox Game Pass, one of the games on there is called Shadow Warrior 2, and then it's supposed to be like this action shooter, like roguelike, not roguelike, but like a loot type thing.
Like
Um,
looter shooter.
kind of like that, but on a smaller scale. But they announced the third one, and I mean the game is very well loved and well liked. So
Mm-hmm.
the third one got announced, and they showed off like a little teaser trailer. And I'm not actually sure if it's got a release date yet. I don't think it does though.
Shadow Warrior 3. I never heard of it. Let me Google it real
I already
quick.
got you. Yeah, it doesn't have a release date yet, but they did show off the little trailer on it and all that good stuff. So it's gonna be like just a story, story driven single player games, like fast action, grappling hook, wall running, jokes type shit. And Steam has got a page for it, and it just says 2021. So it is Devolver Digital, by the way.
That's it.
hmm
Oh, okay.
The
Uh,
developer is Flying Wild Hog, but the publisher is Devolver.
Speaking of Devolver Digital, I think I saw an announcement earlier that their game Carry On. I think we talked about it. We talked about
Waiting.
it here and there. Yeah, I think they said it's gonna be a summer release on the Switch. I think I saw something like that online earlier. So after a year of mentioning it, I think it's finally gonna be coming out.
It still says on Steam. It says July 23rd.
Is it? Okay. So it's coming out.
July 23rd. I'm so ready for that, dude. That's going to be done by Phobia Game Studios and published by Devolver Digital. So I think they might show that one off. Are they supposed to have a conference, you said?
I think they're supposed to have one today at around. I have no idea. I think the fights are gonna be going on. I'm not
It
too sure.
is live. It's been live for an
Oh, it's been live.
hour. Yeah. Well, it was live 3 hours ago.
Oh, well, then already passed. Never mind. I take it back.
So that's why they have a carrion release date of July 23rd, and it's gonna be $20.
Easy.
Easy. Yeah, that's an easy buy for me.
Yeah. And I got
Yeah.
gift cards from on my Nintendo Switch online store.
Oh, you're gonna buy that on Switch? What's wrong with you?
I know. I should. No, I
you
mean,
haven't
okay.
you learned your lesson with Metroidvanias on Switch?
Okay. They shouldn't. The load time shouldn't be that bad, right? It's not like I'm playing Minecraft Dungeons. What? That's the face.
Yeah, I shouldn't have bought Minecraft Dungeons on Switch, but here we are. But
Here
I
we
have
are.
a
Wait.
copy on Xbox Game Pass though.
There we go. About to say you can play it on Game Pass. Oh, and by
Yeah.
the way, putting that Bluetooth Wi-Fi antenna, yeah, it definitely helped out.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I didn't know you need an antenna for Bluetooth. I thought it was just for the Wi-Fi.
Mm-mm. Yeah, even your phone has an antenna. It's just a very, very small antenna.
Very small one. Yeah, so I was like, oh, okay. Now I could play Bluetooth with my controllers. At first, I'm like, am I missing some drivers or something? Good thing I got
um,
you.
yeah, man, I'm here for that.
You're my
Uh,
IT guy.
Ubisoft, speaking of which, since they're having their little thing tomorrow, there was like Valhalla leaked gameplay footage that came out this week. And it just like to me, it looks like another Odyssey Origins type. Like they're not really taking any like huge steps forward in terms of like gameplay. But I mean, it's still an alpha. I guess it's still an alpha for a game that comes out later this year. It's still an
Yeah,
alpha.
I figured it'd be closer to beta or or you know,
Yeah, I don't know what I mean how old that footage is, but
from Xbox.
it looked very rough. The animations were rough. Um, it all around it just looked really rough, and I wasn't like, I mean, I'm not like I do want to play the game, but I'm not dying. I don't
You're not
really need
chomping
to
at the
play that
bit.
game. Yeah, I okay, I get it. Like you're not really changing much, and like just playing like Horizon or something like that lately. I was like, okay, I got an Assassin's Creed, and I'm gonna play Ghost of Tsushima. Next week is like, okay, I got another new Assassin's Creed game with better stealth. I'm assuming, and like better pathing, and a cool artwork style and stuff. Like they're not changing anything. Like these games, Horizon and Ghost of Tsushima, they take that formula, that formula that is a good gameplay loop, and it's fun and all that stuff, but they put their own little twist on it. So Horizon, I know it's an old game or whatever, guys. I'm just now playing it, but it's got the same gameplay loop as Assassin's Creed, giant open world, but their take on it and their art style and everything like that makes me want to play the game more. um, and the same thing goes for Ghost of Tsushima. That's what's got me so excited for that. But whenever you keep the exact same you know formula and everything, and all you do is you change the setting, you're not really doing anything for me. I mean, you gotta change up something pretty drastically. Like I want to see something way different.
Because I never played any of the Assassin's Creed games, but weren't like the first couple of ones very more like parkour, jumping off of walls and climbing things up and stuff like that, stealth kills from the rafters and stuff like that.
Well, they took a lot. They took place more so in cities, like one, two, and like the spin-offs from two. They all took place in like cities, and they were open world, but they weren't like open world where they are now. Like, I mean, fucking Origins, which is the Egyptian one, covers like a giant northern part of Africa, like a giant big piece of Africa, including Cairo and all these little subsidies and all that stuff. And Greece, the Odyssey one is fucking like the lower half of Greece, like with
All the
all the islands,
islands.
dude. It's a huge game, and this one's gonna have London in it, and it's gonna have it was something else. Like it's gonna be like it's Viking theme, but it also has like the island of England. So like London will be in there at some point, and I'm assuming France, but like in like what time period? I don't remember like specifically, but
Yeah.
I mean they have like if that already sounds huge to me, and they're gonna have like a bunch of naval battles because Vikings. Um, so I'm just kind of like I don't know, like I like it's gonna be the same thing to me, and
So it
I
feels
will
like
play it.
so maybe like the the naval combat from Odyssey might be kind of just copy paste. Well, maybe I won't say it as blatant as copy paste, but might be inspired by Odyssey when they bring it into
Well, I mean, it was all
Valhalla,
inspired by Black Flag, and
which was
the
inspired
same.
by Black Flag. Yeah,
It's basically the
because
same
Assassin's
thing.
Creed is just Ubisoft. It's not like where it's Activision has three different developers, rotating a Call of Duty
Well,
every.
they do have a different developer for each one.
Oh, okay.
And I wish I could
Pull
tell
it up
you.
on the top.
Hold on, there we go. So,
Don't worry.
Assassin's Creed Valhalla is Ubisoft Montreal,
Okay.
and Odyssey was Montreal, Quebec, Singapore, San Francisco, and Pune.
Poon. Poon thing.
Pune. I don't know. So there's like they do have different studios, and they in different cities or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But this one is Montreal. But they take time off. That's the thing, is they're not pumping them out every year. They're doing them every 2 years or whatever. So I mean, I want to see more of it. And they're also trying to scrub the videos from the internet. Like they're trying to shut down
Good
everybody.
luck.
But once it's on the internet, it's over, guys. Like I
That's
don't know
it,
what to
bro.
tell
That's
you.
out. That's out there, man.
It is out there. So yeah, I don't know what the hell they're thinking. But yeah, I mean,
Yeah. Well,
there's more of the same, basically.
yeah. If you like what you've been playing, you're gonna get more of that from what we could see, and we'll take it as it is. Maybe they'll completely change it up once it comes out. Who knows?
Yeah, and another game company that did an announcement was Limited Run. Did a giant announcement of like 30 games that they're about to put out. Where are they? So I can go through this list real quick for you.
It's yeah.
Um,
Go through this list.
but like the highlights, Carrion is getting a physical release. Bloodstained Curse of the Moon 2 that just came out. That's getting a physical.
Yes.
Gris, Katana Zero. Um,
What?
some of these are PlayStation, some of them are Switch. Star
Mm-hmm.
Wars Episode 1 Racer for Switch, PS4, and PC. Super Meat Boy Forever. And like a bunch of other ones. So they did a 30 game announcement of all these games that are going to get a limited run. Gris being one of them that I was excited for. Castlevania Anniversary Collection, which is another one I was excited for. Carrion, and all those. Man, there's a lot.
Hold
So
on, I'm looking it up right now because you said Castlevania. I'm like, what?
Castlevania Anniversary Collection, Q3 2020 on Switch and PS4. Hard copy
Oh,
releases. Bloodstained Curse of the Moon 2, which just came out. That one's getting a physical release. My Friend
um,
Pedro, nice.
you played that one last year. I remember you got that one.
I loved it. It was great. And then you have a copy on PC if you want to play it now with the Xbox Game Pass.
That's true. That's true.
The Mummy
Uh,
Demastered. Okay, never heard of that.
okay, I have to look it up later. I'm getting lost. I'm getting
It's all
distracted.
good. You
Sorry.
getting down a rabbit hole, man. But yeah,
Yeah.
so that limited run did do an announcement. They're showing off a bunch of games. I'll send you the list after we're done.
Yes.
But
Definitely want to check that out. But I hope they have Symphony of the Night on the collection because I think right now I wanted to get Symphony of the Night, and the last time I played it was on the 360. When I had the Xbox Gold. I looked at it on Steam. It was not available. I could get on iOS, but it's like I don't.
okay, so
I don't want to play it there.
the
And
anniversary
I,
collection is Castlevania 1, 2, 3, and 4.
son of a bitch, it doesn't have Symphony of the Night. Never mind. That's. I think I could get on PlayStation, and I might use Mikkel's gift card and buy it there. So who knows?
I use Mikkel's gift card.
Yeah, she ain't using it. Look at her. Look at her reaction.
She's like, what? You can buy it on the Microsoft Store for Xbox 360. That's it. That's the only place I see it.
Really?
Yeah. Symphony of the Night, Xbox 360.
So what's if I don't have a wait? I have to have my 360 to play it. What's if I get an Xbox One? I'll look at into it. I
Sure.
have to look into
Yeah, I
it.
think you can backwards compatible that one.
Right? Backwards. Yeah,
But
if I can't play a old PS1 game, god damn it.
it's yeah. And yeah, so they did the 30 game release that they're gonna put out this year. I'm not sure if that's gonna be all the ones that they're gonna put out this year, but that's just what they're talking about. Like they just did this
Maybe
big announcement
maybe
on
they'll do
like
like
Wednesday.
one or two every couple months or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, so hopefully that's not all that they're doing for the rest of the year, but I'm excited for some of those because
That's a lot.
it's a lot of games.
Yeah.
Uh, and Test Drive Unlimited, a new Test Drive Unlimited got announced. I think the last time they put one out was like Xbox 360, and it was like the whole island of Hawaii or something. And I know
Mm-hmm.
like you're not the biggest fan of racing games, but Test Drive Unlimited 1 and 2 were pretty fun. It was just like it was like the entire island of um Hawaii. It was like one of those big open world racers before.
So is it a racing game or is it kind of like a drive simulator?
It's like an arcade racer, but it's like an MMO arcade racer. So while you're driving around, it was Forza Horizons before Forza Horizons had become
Uh-huh.
what it was. Because Forza was just mainly a simulation, and then it turned into Forza Horizon, and everybody had so much fun with Horizon and all that stuff. So I'm excited to see what they've got. I don't know who it's being developed by on this one,
Do they
but
have licensed vehicles or is it just
oh
like
yeah,
generic?
yeah, it's called Solar Crown. Test Drive Unlimited 3, and that's they just did the little teaser for it. It wasn't like
Uh-huh.
anything. It wasn't
Major.
anything crazy, but it still doesn't have a release date or anything like that. And but they're gonna
Yeah,
do like the whole social status like in the racing thing, and I mean it looks pretty. Like just from the screenshots itself, looks really pretty.
I was listening to one of my podcasts. video game podcast, and they were talking about how when it comes to racing games, not only do you have to have the license for the car, but you also have to pay for when the car gets damaged because it's the image of their company is represented. That's why I think I forgot which racing game or car sim game was in there, but I think Ferrari did not allow their property in there because they didn't want to see it uh um damaged
And wrecked. Yeah.
and wrecked. Yeah. So I mean, I could see why it could be difficult trying to start a racing game, especially. I mean, trying to develop a racing game, especially when if you want to get all the licenses for these different uh companies and corporations. So
Mm-hmm.
who knows?
Yeah, and speaking of older games, Mafia Definitive Edition got delayed to September 25th.
I thought you played that already.
Not the Definitive Edition. They
Was
did
it like a
release.
remastered?
They released 2 and 3, but they delayed
The first
the
one?
definitive. Yeah, the first one
Really?
all the way back to September 25th. A lot of people were having issues with 2 and 3,
R-
the remaster or
Really?
whatever.
Huh.
Oh yeah,
I find that odd that 2 and 3 and then the first
one.
one.
Yeah, it didn't make
Yeah.
any sense either.
I
I
never
don't know.
played any of them. So I think I'm okay with them
I think you're
missing
fine.
me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
I'll
not
be
missing
okay.
out.
Not missing out too much.
Um, Crash 4 is going to be bigger than all 3 games combined. All 3 of the first games. They were talking about it. It's going to have 100 levels
Are you
just in Crash
serious?
4 alone. So it's going to justify your $60 price tag there. But yeah, it's bigger than all 3 of the original Crash Bandicoot games combined.
What did they say? Hey guys, we have all these levels now, but it's gonna be an extra $10. It's gonna be $69.99 when this game comes out.
It's coming out on next gen platforms, so it's gonna be
Next
$10 more.
platform.
Fuck out of
but
here.
but Crasher's sweat is really defined now.
Oh my god, his fur looks great.
Fur looks really good. Yeah.
Yeah, so they're making just this huge game. And I mean, they better make it fucking huge because I mean, the last one came out, I don't know, 20 years ago.
You think that's good for Naughty Dog after having a very heavy, serious game for them to come out with Crash? We're like, okay, let's something more lighter.
Um, I don't really think this one's being done by Naughty Dog. To be honest,
Crash
I don't think this one's being done by Naughty Dog. Hold on, I
because
can tell you.
we look it
Yeah,
up real fast. Let me see. Crash, Naughty Dog.
I don't think this one is being done. This one is being done by Jesus Christ. I remember who it was. I had it the other day, but I couldn't remember.
Okay, well, yeah, I figured, I was like, oh, I hope I'm not completely in the wrong here. Then everybody starts calling me out and then cancels me. Like, Rick, you don't know who develops Naughty Dog.
I've
Develops
been
Crash
saying
Bandicoot.
I've been saying Naughty Dog for the whole time, but yeah, it's Activision that's doing it. That's the publisher. The developer is Toys for Bob.
Didn't see that one coming.
I don't even know who Toys for Bob is. Spyro. Oh, they did Spyro and stuff like that.
Huh.
So
Well,
Skylanders.
I,
I don't know.
I,
Yeah, it's
I,
not even Naughty Dog.
I think Skylanders. I think they wanted that to be Amiibos before Amiibos picked up. I
Yeah.
think they had little figurines and stuff like that.
Yeah, did you know that Sony's got little amiibo type things where you can buy their little monitos? They have a
Isn't
little,
it like Kratos and Sackboy and stuff like that?
yeah,
But they
all
never
their
picked
stuff.
up, huh?
No, not really. I see them every once in a while at the
Which
stores.
is a shame because I mean I think as a fan, I love having collectible crap all over my walls. That would have been pretty cool. So
I
I
can see
mean, I'm
that.
still, yeah, you can see all my junk hanging out. Yeah. So I do. Speaking of collectibles, I do want the Joker amiibo. So when you see one, let me know.
Is it out already?
I'm not too sure. I got to research that one.
Persona 4 Golden was, I mean, they sold 500,000 copies on Steam. So, hey Atlas, let's put out some more games. Is it Atlas? Atlas, right?
Yeah, Atlas they developed
Let's
it.
put out some more games on
Well,
PC there. It's kind of popular.
so they should. I think that's a good sign. And I know you bought it when it came out.
Mhm.
I know you had some you played it for limited time and you enjoyed it. So I think I might jump into that one after I finish Persona 5. So maybe I'll get into
You
this
gotta
one.
play Persona 5 again because you didn't get the third semester, bro. So
Oh, okay, listeners. I was streaming it. Let me tell the listeners because you guys know. But I was streaming Persona 5, and then my good friend Petey comes in the chat. What's up, Petey? How are you? He comes in the chat and he's like, I was talking about something about going to the next semester. He's like, oh yeah, did you max out your confidant level with so and so? I'm like, no. What about with so and so? No. What about this other person? I'm like, wait, I gotta max them out with all three? He's like, yeah, you gotta do it before they disappear. I'm like, and if I don't, oh, it's just like playing the game, the regular game. I'm like, 106 hours just to
Wasted.
play, just to play a $60 game that I played earlier this year, and since it came out. So I'm like, that's what I get.
I would have
So
immediately taken my PlayStation and shot it. I would have been so upset.
gone to files, delete, start new
Delete.
game.
And I would have passed it on. I would have passed the game on to somebody else. Be like, you deal with this.
And just tell them, like, hey, when so and so character comes out,
Yeah.
you make sure you talk to them and get your confidant level. Yeah, but Pete told me that, and I'm like, he's like, yeah, I did. I was like, son of, I got hit with the unblockable, dude. Like, God, man, so I gotta play that game again.
Hey,
I'm
Rick,
never.
hold that L, bro. Hold
I
that
gotta
L.
hold that. Yeah, it's like,
Hold that
when am I
L.
supposed to play Ghost of Tsushima?
Never. You gotta keep playing.
Never.
You're gonna play Persona 5 for eternity.
That's what I'm gonna be. I'm gonna be just that streamer, that Persona 5 streamer. So everybody knows me as like,
There's
hey,
that Persona
Rick.
5 streamer.
Yeah, oh, it's Rick. Oh yeah, there's that Persona 5 streamer. He's been playing it for fucking years. Yeah, that guy.
He still hasn't gotten to the third semester.
He still hasn't. Yeah, he motherfucker missed something and is playing it again.
And some say he still hasn't reached the third semester.
The third semester, like yeah, I have Elliot Sam just narrate my my gameplay.
Sam Elliott, dude.
Or Sam Elliott, yeah. Well, I saw you playing Borderlands and I had that,
Oh yeah, that guy.
had him.
The narrator.
Mm-hmm.
Sony. Oh my god, it's still funny. Sony invested $250 million for a minority stake in Epic last week.
What does it mean?
That means that they are now a minority shareholder in Epic.
That means we're gonna see maybe more integration of Fortnite, or maybe some Sony products, maybe some Kratos guest appearance, because they done it with Marvel characters, haven't they? They had Thanos on there.
Yeah, I think they had Captain America on last week or something like that.
Yeah. You get a skin,
Deadpool.
or you gotta have play as him.
Yeah, Deadpool. They had a Deadpool skin. But not just that, but maybe like, whenever Sony games do get released on PC, they'll go through the Epic Store instead of Steam. Things like that. So Horizon Zero Dawn, or whatever else, like Death Stranding. Death Stranding is getting a release on both at the same time. But what I'm saying is like maybe in the future, for future game releases, that they'll go through the Epic Store instead of
You're right,
Steam Store, because they're minority shareholders.
So this is obviously a big win for Epic.
It's a big one for Epic. It's big for Sony. I mean, it's a minority share, so it's not like they Tencent or what. They're not Tencent, but they have, because I think Tencent has a little stake in Epic as well, if I'm not mistaken. They got their hands in everything though.
I think they got their hands in our podcast too.
I'm pretty sure they do somehow.
This podcast is just microtransactions. You get 15-second clips.
Oh yeah, Tencent acquired 48.4% of Epic.
Oh,
not majority, but
they got a good chunk, damn near half.
And that was for $330 million back in June.
Wow.
Back in June, but now that was I'm sorry, not back in June of 2012. I forgot to mention.
Okay.
So $330 million back then. I don't even know what Epic is worth right now with Fortnite. I'm assuming it's quite a.
It has to shut up. It has to. I mean, everybody's emulating that game. I know we talked about it last week, but the fact that Amazon had to what did they do with the game? They re-released it. No, they the one that they brought it back. It was out.
What are you talking about?
It was out on Amazon's game that they had.
Were they unreleased it?
Unreleased it, yeah.
Unreleased the game? No, as of July 2020, it is evaluated at $17.8 billion. So
with the B.
With the B. That's a lot of money.
B. Jesus
with the B.
Christ. Yeah.
So $250 million ain't shit.
I'm guessing that rocket launch at Epic had when was it? Last year when they came out?
No, they had
Well,
a
their launch, their PC
yeah, but
launching server.
they are getting better.
They're getting better. They're getting better, and I think this is a good step. I mean, now they have some Sony PlayStation, uh, maybe some deals that are exclusives that might come out, just
I'd like to see
crossovers
it. I'd like to see what they're gonna do with that minority stake because obviously Tencent owns half of Epic,
in the
which
world.
at 17 point something $billion or whatever, they've got a lot of money.
Yep, that's for sure.
And speaking of a lot of money,
Mm.
Valorant showed off their first Ultra gun skin because apparently they're doing that. And you can buy said
Oh yeah.
gun skins for $100.
So this makes my gun shoot faster, right?
No,
It gives me more stealth.
no. You know what it does
It
do?
What does it do?
It shows everybody that you have $100 to spend on a gun skin.
That's what you
That's what
have.
it does.
It shows that you have disposable income on a free to play game.
Yeah,
Good,
free to play game, $100.
good
And
for you guys.
I mean, Angry Joe went on a rant about it. I
Oh
saw his
man,
video the other day,
what'd
and
he
he was
say?
like yelling at the camera. He's like, "What the fuck are you guys doing?" And he goes, "We can't be friends if you buy this skin."
That's
Like,
facts, dude.
but for real, I can't be your friend. That's
Fact.
$100. You get a shotgun, an assault rifle, like you get all the weapon types, I guess. But like with the as a dragon, but like they don't even look that great. I don't know.
A
I'm
status
out.
thing, I guess.
I'm
Show off
out.
thing. I know
I
you're right. You're right. If you're a Valorant player and you happen to be my friend and you like, hey Rick, I'll be like, get away,
get away from
be
me.
gone, be gone. Thought you got too much money to blow.
Too much damn money, bro. Like
Yeah,
you know how you could have supported so many independent games or AAA title games,
yeah.
whatever. I mean, with $100, I mean, you could have, I mean, fed yourself for like a week on
Could have bought some
groceries. You
groceries.
could have done something.
Yeah,
Could have paid for a
pay some,
COVID test.
get a COVID test, get some nice shoes. I don't know. Maybe
I
treat your
mean,
girlfriend to a nice dinner. I don't know.
if you're spending $100 on game skins, bro,
Where do we start? What do we
I don't know.
start?
I don't know, bro. But
Hey, you
that
gonna watch the
was,
fights tonight?
yeah, we're watching the fights tonight on Discord.
Uh, the main event.
What
Who do you
about it?
got? Who do you got?
With Masvidal
Jorge
all day,
Masvidal.
all day.
I think he took that fight on short notice. I think.
He sure did.
Yeah, he's
I
ready.
think Kamaru Usman puts out a hell of a pace. Wouldn't be surprised if he does win, but I'm glad to see Masvidal get his title shot. I want to see him take that title home. So
When's the last time we saw Jorge Masvidal when he knocked out Ben Askren? Because I think that's a year already when that came out.
no, he did the badass motherfucker belt with
Oh, that's right.
Nate Diaz or Nick Diaz. What is he?
That's right. That's right. The BMF belt.
The BMF belt, baby. And then we
That's
got
right.
Max Holloway and Alexander Volkanovski. That's a rematch.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Max Holloway lost his title to Volkanovski.
Really?
Yeah, you remember?
No, I thought Max only lost to freaking Conor McGregor and oh shit, who else did he lose to?
No, homeboy lost his title, bro.
Damn, it's been a minute.
Yeah,
It's been a
and
minute.
then
I still like Max though.
yeah, I want to see Max win that one, but Volkanovski showed out last time, and then Peter Yan and Jose Aldo for a bantamweight title bout, which is a vacant title right now because
Is it?
Cejudo left.
That's right. That's right. I think he just went on Twitter. It's like, yeah, I'm done, guys. See ya.
No, he did it during his last fight whenever he won against.
Oh, that's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. I think
Dominic Cruz.
That's right. Jesus Christ, man. It's been a minute.
Yeah, so I'm excited to see the fights tonight. I'm gonna watch them on the UFC fight, whatever, the ESPN app or whatever, and then I'll be watching and being in Discord. So, but other than that, bro, I don't have anything else. What you got, bruh?
No, that's about it. You guys could find me. Wait. Yeah, we're both done already. You guys could find me on everything, all the socials at OWest_Rick with a 1. I haven't been streaming lately, guys. I've been under the weather, but I'm trying to get back into the habit. Once I get all this BS shit out of the way, I'm going to be just trying to get back to normal. And I think streaming is one of my ways to get back to normal. So you guys catch me there. I've been playing God of War. Same with the Twitters and what else? Instagram and everything. So you guys just follow me there. I really love hanging out with you guys, doing the podcast, shooting the shit, getting together. So yeah, really appreciate it.
All right,
You,
guys.
Ruben?
As always, y'all can hit me up on all things social media at os_onslaught. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, hit us up on the podcast at optionselectpodcast@gmail.com or on all things social media at optionselectpodcast. We love you guys so much. We appreciate you sticking with us every week, week in, week out, and we will definitely be back next week for some
We
more
will.
game news.
Peace out. Love you guys. Bye.
Later.